Hello, everyone. Welcome to Halloween. Second Halloween special, the main Halloween special.
Yeah, the main one, the regulars.
Yes.
For the I can't believe what you've done.
So we are dressed up today. Got quite a lot to talk about before we get on to the film today, and thank God, because the film's a bag of shit. So yeah, we dress up every year. This year, Ryan, you have come as
I found on Vinted a Nicolas Cage, a Nicolas Cage full tracksuit, involved with like his eyes along where your balls should be as well.
It's impressive.
One in the face and
the
one.
fact that it's bright orange as well.
Yeah, like it's a prison jumpsuit.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's like Con Air, but with Nicolas Cage, which would be a terrible idea. If you had prison jumpsuit. Although, I say terrible idea. What an ideal way for them
to ID prisoners.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if your own face was plastered over your what are they called?
Whose are these?
Exactly, yeah.
You have to take care of your overalls, yeah.
How much was that?
£7.
Fuck, that's not bad.
You're right, it isn't.
Do you think you won't have been the first person ever to buy that?
No, it's definitely not used much. But then I was like, why would it be used much?
Nah, exactly. I know.
Yeah.
You can wear that on stage, so that'd be fun.
I'm going to be wearing that on stage in Barcelona tomorrow for the roast battle.
Who are you roasting?
I'm roasting the guy.
Some fucking greasy Spaniard.
An English lad.
Oh, is it?
No, a guy runs the roast battle Barcelona, but he is in Spanish.
What's his name?
James Regal.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I haven't written any of the jokes
the
too.
absolute...
I've already been I haven't written the fucking jokes yet, and I'm annoyed about it.
It's tomorrow night? That's a piece of piss.
It'll be grand.
Does he get any obvious deformities?
No, he's a handsome chap.
See,
nightmare to write against, just no distinguishable disastrous features, you know.
That's not on.
You know, not like this.
Yeah, so I've come as Ryan.
Yeah.
This is my costume.
The tumour.
Yeah, so the first part of it was I had to find a jumper. So I went to the charity shop that I normally get the DVDs from.
Yeah.
And I was just hoping, because I went through my jumpers and I was like, there's nothing because they're all like black or navy. So I was like, there's nothing there.
It is a jumper I would buy.
I needed, so it wasn't as bad as I was hoping to go. I was looking for a brown one.
Oh, right, okay.
A brown, straggly fisherman's jumper.
Okay, right.
But this was the closest they had in my size anyway.
Yeah.
So I bought this, and then I got the bald cap.
Yeah.
Which Seamus was delighted to help me pick.
Great.
And I've fucked up because you're supposed to cut it to size, but it's very, very hard to cut something when it's on you.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what angle, and because you're a mirror image, I'm looking at it in the mirror and I'm like, I don't know what angle I'm supposed. And at one point I nearly stabbed myself in the head, and I was like, what? So then I took it off, and I was just judging from then where to cut it around the ears, and I've essentially cutting all the side bits off.
Yeah.
So, and then this morning,
when I opened the door, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
This morning, I bought with that. I googled this week. Isla picked up my phone and she was like, what the hell is this? Google. And it was like a Google search, how to build your own tumour. So I found all these fucking VFX and makeup, film makeup sites.
Yeah.
And then so they were like liquid latex and toilet paper as your friend. So I watched a tutorial and what they were doing was scar tissue.
Okay,
for like a medical drama.
Okay, right.
So I just took that and basically you layer it and you build it up. So it's like layer of liquid latex, then toilet paper to fill it out, then latex on top of that to keep it in, then more. And so that was very funny this morning with my wife at actual work. You know, actual work, working for a government body.
Okay, right.
That invests in people's startup businesses. Right? A very laudable, helpful, high-powered, important job. And she said, what are you doing? I was like, I'm building my tumour.
And you say it really just takes the shine off your entire career and everything.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
I'm
jeez.
in the bathroom building a tumor.
You could go in. Do you think? I reckon that's medically accurate too. I reckon you could go in and be like, I need to take today off work.
I also don't know how the fuck to get this off.
Oh no,
This is stuck to my skin now.
You have to do the same surgery as me.
I know.
Just
God, what an irony that would be.
to get this. Yeah, that'd be fucking great. I'd be right behind that.
Because it was only after I put it on and I was looking at the reviews and shit like that. Because I was checking something else coming in Amazon, and there was like people also bought this latex remover, and I was like, oh shit! I didn't even think about taking it off.
I thought it
If
was.
this is stuck to the skin, then I'll have to. I don't know. I'll have to do burn it off.
Don't burn it off. That seems like drastic. Yeah, I mean, I think the worst part is that it's stuck in some your beard hair there.
Oh, it's going to be painful taking it off.
Yeah, good.
I might in our Patreon episode after this. I might do a live surgery and pull it off. See if it hurts. Yeah, well, actually, fuck it.
A live tumor removal.
Yeah, live dissection of the. You had a nightmare of a morning.
Oh, and yesterday. Oh, I'll tell
right.
you what. First of all, yesterday I went to check my council tax account, right? And this is what happened. This is about from 5 o'clock yesterday, and it was just like empty as if I paid nothing this year. And I was like, what? So I started messaging them, and they were like, you've paid it into last year's account. You know, it went to end on 2-4 rather than 2-3 your account. And I was like, all right. And I was like, well then, fucking transfer it over. And they're like, I'm not sure if I can do that. And I was like, you fucking will do that, or you can enjoy it. But that got sorted out anyway. The more annoying part about that was just how long it took. We're doing this roast battle Barcelona. I had 2 podcasts to do yesterday, with, the NFL one, and then we have 2 of these, and these have to be done today, right? They'll be out basically tonight, tomorrow, whatever, Halloween, right? So I went in, did the podcast, everything was going kind of well. Stressed out about that. Opened up the laptop to watch It Follows, right? And we need it for the editing here because, we're going to start Matthew won't start basically till after Halloween, right?
Because he's lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're blaming him, but that's very funny. And then laptop's fucked.
Right.
No idea. A complete mystery how this has happened, right? Because there's no visible damage, but it looks like it's an actual damage thing. So that's completely fucked. So I'm sitting there. There's nothing more the rage building up.
Yeah.
Right. So that was absolutely fucked. Then I had to download Amazon Prime on the TV, on the PlayStation, to then try and download It Follows. Worrying about today. So today I was like, I'll come to Mark's because I remember we were going to do it later tonight.
We're going to do it later tonight in the new studio.
But I had to flip it, right? Because I have to get it all done. And then this is happening. I went, thank fuck now. It's even worse. Because I'd be basically at Daniel's till the time I have to get to the airport. Right? So I was sitting there going, this is a fucking disaster. So I was like, I'll come here and I'll come back. And after this, now I have to go to Daniel's anyway.
Yeah.
To download it all. And there's a couple other things I have to do anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, right. So I got up this morning and I've jumped on the wrong train. And I have no idea how it happened. I was down in Haymarket, the same fucking platform as always, Queen Street thing. And then I got on it. Didn't even notice. In my head, I've even seen Queen Street on the... it doesn't change.
It does go to Queen Street. It's just a different train. It's just a longer train.
This one went to Central.
Oh yeah, it does.
This went to Glasgow Central High level, right? So, but it took me. I was like, "Oh fuck!" 45 minutes have gone past, and I look up, and it's like, "Oh, you're coming into fucking Uddingston," and my rage.
So
at Uddingston.
Did you? Right, I'm trying to work it. So did you get off the train then? Where at Uddingston?
No.
You got off the train
at Glasgow Central. I went the whole way.
Oh, you went the whole way?
Yeah, because the only one I think maybe I could have been able to change over was something like Anniestown, maybe.
Anniesland.
Yeah. Is it Anniesland?
Yeah.
And what's that about to you? Fucking grow up.
What?
Something like we try and make a wee fairy tale place. We're living in Anniesland. Uddingston pissed me off way more because that was what I took it out on. Uddingston.
Yeah.
And as soon as there was a dickhead and a mullet as well coming on the train, I went, and then fuck you, Uddingston.
Do you want to know something really annoying?
What?
That train goes to Drumchapel.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I checked.
Are you sure?
Yes. Don't you fucking put
Some
that.
of them do.
Yes, I would
Later
say
on ones do, definitely.
They definitely have, because I've checked before, I think. But I did it this time because I was on the fucking train line app for an hour going, you rat bastard.
It's a right shitey train, that, as well.
It's dreadful.
The seats are pish. You got to face people
Yes, yeah,
the
yeah,
whole way.
yeah.
I hate that.
And then I got off, at Glasgow Central, and I was like, well, I'm getting on this train because it's the same train that gets here, the one that leaves Queen Street. You just have to change over at some fucking Heinland place.
Heinland, aye.
And the
Heinland's nice.
The guy was like, well, no, your train's fine to get to Glasgow Central by accident. That's an anytime return. But to get here, you know, this one, unfortunately, that you have, is you have to definitely call it Glasgow Charing Cross, which doesn't go from Glasgow. No. So I was just like, well, that's not happening. So I jumped the fucking thing with all this shit.
Did you jump the barrier?
Aye.
Yes.
I jumped the barrier. I was like, fuck it, I'm not walking the Queen Street, right? So then I got on the train. I was like, finally. And then I sit on, and I just see this fucking ticket person coming around going like, you're not catching me today.
What did you do? Did you
So between the couple of stops from Glasgow Central thing, I was just slowly making my way to the furthest part away in the thing. But it's not even like it's an old train, so it's going through it's not like the little pushy buttons in these.
No, you're going
opening the little trains, trying to bash this shit in, probably break more electronics.
I've done it before where I'm fully aware that it's petty and people might say it's theft. It is theft. Not buying a train ticket, but it's the one form, as I've said before in this, I do not give a shit about it.
Yeah.
I do not have no qualms whatsoever with anyone ripping off any of the train companies in this country. I would support someone inside embezzling millions from those fucking rats. I hate them so much. I've done it before where I've not had a ticket for part of a journey, and what I've done is I've seen the person coming down the thing, right? So say I'm in coach C, right, and I see them coming down, and I'm at the end of coach C, but we're coming into a station. I'll get off there, run down the track, and get on in coach A, behind them.
That's great.
Fucking idiots.
They just watch you.
Yeah.
You know, if they're the ones that peek in their head out the door.
You've got a tiny bit of amateur acting where you kind of go and you kind of look around and you check something and you realise, oh, I'm not supposed to get off here. Oh, but I'll just get on that different. But by that point, you've wandered about and you're fucking. Oh, it's great, man.
Big fan of that.
Oh.
Do you know what the worst thing was too? Do you know you're talking about robbery as well? Like having a mental breakdown. I went to Manchester and they were like, how do you go to Manchester last day? And they were like, 170 quid. And I was like,
this is what I mean.
So I was
rob
like,
them.
So when they're telling me, like, if I went to like some sort of court and they would be sitting there going like, oh, you know, that you basically robbed us, I'd be like, I'd actually think I'm due like a free ride. I think I'm due like a free train. I should be able to steal a fucking train now and it's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like I've paid for one.
Yeah. Exactly.
If we all got our own trains.
Yeah. The Adrian Childs?
Yeah.
There was an article I read of his the other day because I read his stuff sometimes because he's like one of the main, the Accidental Partridge account on Twitter.
Yeah.
He contributes to it quite a lot.
Yeah.
Him and Jeremy Vine are like the kings of that, right?
Yeah.
So he's a lovely guy, Adrian Childs. I was on his radio show once. A really nice guy. Big boozer back in the day.
Oh, I'd say so. He's got the head.
Aye. He wrote a thing where he was saying that the trains are so shite now that you have to. There's a game you can actually play, and he sees other people playing it. If you're getting a regular kind of service, say you're going Manchester to Liverpool or something like that, right? Because of the delay repay thing.
Yeah.
He says you're now actually almost willing it to be late because it's always late anyway.
Yeah.
And then if it's late by 15 minutes, you get a portion back.
Yeah.
And then once it passes 15 minutes, you're going, go on, do half an hour. So then you get half back. And then by that point, you're like, I want to be an hour late here.
Yeah.
Because if it gets to an hour, it's a free journey now. So, and he says he actually knows people that have, someone was commenting on Twitter and they said they actually know people who will book an earlier train and be there early if it does turn up, but know that if it doesn't turn up in time, they've still got enough time to make whatever meeting they've got, but there's a good chance they will get it for free. That's fucking messed up. What a shite country this is.
That's a terrible way to live life as well, waiting on the delay thing, but I do appreciate it.
Oh, aye.
Yeah.
There's a wee guy, I had to get the megabus back, first time in years.
Yeah.
From Manchester. just because I had to be back at something, and that was when I wasn't allowed to drive because of my arm, and it was the only option I had. Wee guy tried to sneak on the megabus. That's a ballsy move.
How the fuck do you sneak? Yeah.
So
In the back door?
I was queuing, right? And I've seen a wee guy do it. I think I've spoken about this wee guy before. This wee Welsh guy who fucking sneaks into stuff. He sneaks into airport lounges quite a lot. I'm a big fan of his work.
What is this? How do you mean this? Is he a TikTok or something?
He's got an Instagram account. He shows you how to sneak into, like, he always gets free hotel breakfast and shit. Mostly just by confidence and brassing it.
Yeah.
Just walking in and going. You know, Chandler does it in Friends. You ever seen that?
No. I don't
They
remember.
try and get into the exclusive lounge, and the guy stops them, and he's just like, "Be confident, be confident." And they're like, "What's your ticket number?" And he just goes 1A. But the way he goes in, he was like, "Nice to see you again," and then just tries to walk through like it. But this wee guy in Manchester, he had a huge backpack on. So there's two people in front of me, and they've got suitcases. So I'm like, right, they've got to go and put them. I only had a rucksack, so they're going to go and put them in the luggage bit. And this wee guy's suddenly fucking edging in, and the three of us are like, "Oh, what's this character up to?" So then one guy went on, put his suitcase in, he went on. This wee guy just right up his arse, just followed him right on that, like not fucking straight down. I'm behind this wee guy, he's already pushed in front of me. But I knew something was up. Right, I fucking clocked
something was
it.
riding in Denver.
Listen, there was something riding in Denver that day. I'm very astute that way. And because he went on with this massive rucksack, so I was like, this wee cunt's going to get asked to put this rucksack. So then I'm trying to show my ticket, and the bus driver, she goes, "Is he with you?" And I went, "No, fucking not with me." And she called him back, "I've not seen your ticket." And he just ignored her. And then she fucking went back and pulled him back. And the wee guy he just didn't have a ticket. And then he started babbling. I fell asleep at the bus station. And then I don't know what the fuck he tried to use to buy it. He's like, "Do you take this?" And she was like, "No." And I'm like,
Fucking vouchers.
I fucking felt for it because I like the ballsiness of the wee guy. Because he then went, "Well, can I buy a ticket?" And she was like, "No, it's sold out." And that was a lie on her part because there was not a chance it was fucking sold out.
Yeah.
She was just pissed off by that point.
That's great.
I think I might have bought him his ticket.
You bought him his ticket?
I would have had he
No,
been
it was right
had she been able to. If he'd have gone, "Oh, well, I don't have enough money for a ticket," I'd have gone, "I like the cut of your jib, son."
Do you think you're taking him under your wing? Like
Yeah, like Fagin.
Take a little seat here. Let's
Yeah,
talk about
exactly.
ways we can
I'll
fleece the system.
I'm like his Paul Newman. He's my Robert Redford to my Paul Newman.
That's so funny. And then you get off the bus and your wallet's gone.
Yeah. Oh, you sneaky wee bastard.
That's
Taught you well. Have you seen? What was this? Two things I wanted to say. Have you listened to Trump on Rogan?
No. I saw like one or two
man.
clips. I saw the one where he said, "I would have said no, Putin,"
Oh God,
which is great because he did invade
Yeah.
while Trump was.
Yeah. He talks hard where he basically says that there's not a chance
That would have happened.
China or Russia would have done anything when he was in there because he'd have just gone, no.
Yeah.
There's some fucking great bits, man. Like, I was howling laughing at it because
That's not a good thing, is it?
there's a sheer, the sheer confidence. It's either confidence or delusion.
It's like that young boy in the megabus.
Yes, yeah. But there's a bit where they're talking about they talk about UFC quite a lot, and then they're talking about getting America when he's like he wants to get America healthy again, not just make America great again, make America healthy again. And then Rogan says some fucking weird thing by, "How do you keep in such great shape?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, Rogan? Look at the man. Fuck off. Like, I get you're sucking his arse here, but for fuck's sake, don't lie."
In such great shape. I've
Yeah.
never seen anyone in his shape in my
It's
life.
unbelievable. She says, "How do you keep in such great shape? Is it just golfing?" And he's like, "No, well, I do golf, but this bit he goes, "Do you know, Joe, I took a fitness test. You know when they put you on the treadmill and they wire you up and they keep ramping it up. They keep upping the slope, Joe. And I went for hours. The doctors, Joe, they were amazed. They couldn't believe it. They said it was the most impressive they'd seen that day. Honestly, they said I had the body of a much younger man. They couldn't believe it, Joe." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? And at one point he talks about building lakes. We're going to build a lake in California. They used to have so much water, now they have no water. And we're going to rebuild the lakes.
That's so funny.
Fucking unbelievable.
He's just demented, like, at first.
But there's some funny bits.
Build
Where
lakes.
it just
sounds like a parody, isn't it?
because they talk about Kamala Harris going on Rogan.
Oh,
And they
aye.
said, oh yes, she was. We've asked her to do it, but she won't do it, Joe. She won't. She's a very low IQ person, very stupid person, Joe.
Because she would travel to fucking Austin to sit with some bald stoner on a podcast.
Oh, so funny, man.
Oh, that's so funny.
I fucking love it. Honestly, I find them hilarious.
I just went some bald stoner on a podcast. And
Yeah.
I was like, it's me, just technically two of us now.
That rally.
Oh,
The fucking guest list of that rally was incredible.
Hulk Hogan,
Hogan
struggling to.
Couldn't even rip his shirt off. Fucking
there going,
hell, man.
That was so funny.
Hogan, Elon Musk, Tony Hinchcliffe, Dana White. The fucking cocaine at the
Yeah,
backstage
yeah,
of that
yeah.
must have been insane.
Yeah.
Somebody put up a video.
Elon was geared.
Oh, that was what there was a guy had put up a thing going, listen, I was addicted to Ching for a decade. Here's all the ways that I know Elon Musk is off his fucking face on this like thing. And he was doing all the wee tics and he could barely keep his jaw.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he kept getting the dry mouth and like that. So funny, man.
I am. What is he? Gothic dark. I didn't even get what he was talking about. I'm Gothic dark MAGA. It's like, what is this like? There's something fucking jarring as well about the richest man in the world whose dad handed him a fucking diamond mine. Going, do you know what all the problems are, boys? Immigrants.
Yeah.
You're just like, that's just so depressing.
Yeah. Where is he from? South Africa?
Yeah, well, that's
where
where
Musk
the
was from?
mine was.
That's where the mine was.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
didn't know that till recently. His dad owned a diamond mine.
Yeah, that's how he got
That's
his.
fucking insane.
He's another one like Trump. Like, you can build from nothing.
And I don't
If your
think
dad, yeah,
I don't
slave
think,
diamond mine.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't think that was a legitimate above board diamond mine. I don't think those
No,
were,
there's not many.
those were legally produced diamonds.
Aye.
I don't think those were we've just happened to come across a load of diamonds.
Yeah. And then fucking Hinchcliffe was like, I don't really like Tony Hinchcliffe anyway, but Jesus Christ, I don't understand as a comedian how you can actually, you know what? I think you made the same point I was about to make on Twitter. Like, say if I was a comedian doing a rally, I'd first of all not do a political rally like that.
Yeah.
You know, either side. You know, and if I was, I would be taking the piss out of that. The side you're actually on.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I don't mind a shot at fucking like if you're a Republican Democrats, but then to just feed fucking half-arsed racist thoughter to like a load of fucking mad cunts.
Yeah, because I said that. Like, I don't think comedians should ever align themselves with any political parties, or you can align yourself with a party, but don't fucking.
Yeah, or a thing a party is for. I don't. Yeah, I would. Yeah,
I just think getting chummy with politicians is a weird thing for comedians to do. And I have done it. Like in the past when I was first kind of starting out and stuff, I did do stuff for the SNP.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do it now. I regret doing it now. I wouldn't do it for any party now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's really. I think, not to get wanky about it, but I think we are one of the only kind of people that should be ripping the shite out of and criticising.
You're ready to aim upwards, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, we all punch downwards at times, and it's
aye.
depending on the thing. But I wouldn't go to an actual Trump rally with a guy that's trying to mass deport immigrants.
Yeah.
And then be going, you know, it's a big pile of trash, Puerto Rico. or what was the other fucking one he did? The way worse one when he's like,
The Latinos.
Right, fucking, what is it, carving watermelons? Black
Oh, yeah. That one didn't get as much traction.
How
though.
the fuck did that not get as much I was like, when I heard that, I was like, geez, that's Bernard Manning. Like,
Yeah, the big one was the Latinos having a lot of babies. That was the one he mainly got his shit for. And the Puerto Rican one as well. But then folk were like going, he's just lost Trump the election. And you go, I don't really think.
Nah,
I mean,
I
it'd be
don't.
fucking hilarious if he had.
That would-
What a
that-
terrible move that would have been.
yeah. A comedian on your own.
I don't think he has.
I seen loads of Republicans going, well, look at George Lopez giving her about Mexicans at the thing. I'm like, George Lopez is Mexican. what are you doing? Lopez.
That's very funny. There's do you know the two people, comedians, Bobby Lee and Is it Andrew Santino?
Yeah.
There's a clip that keeps coming up.
I've listened to the podcast.
It's funny.
Yeah, Bad Friends one.
Yeah, there's a clip that keeps coming up that I fucking howl at. And it's just all the times that Santino does an Asian accent.
Yeah, he's doing Bobby's mother. Yeah.
No, it's not the Bobby's mother one's hilarious.
Yeah.
But there's a bit where Bobby Lee kind of goes, he's talking about something, he goes, Babala. And then Santino goes, Babala. And he goes, stop doing that. And then it cuts later on, he goes, there was actually an Asian X-Men called Sunfire. And Santino goes, Sunfire.
Yeah.
Later on, he's talking about cactuses. And it goes, one cacti. He goes, one cacti. I was fucking howling laughing at it.
He's very good at the, when Bobby can do it, but when Bobby's doing the thing about his father, if you want to see the one about not being gay, he's like, no gay people die. He's like, really racist father, or really homophobic father. It's really funny.
Right, let's get to this film, if we can call it that.
I love it.
I'd not seen it in years.
I don't love it for good reasons.
This is
but
the second time I'd seen this.
Love it for good reasons. It's really a step down from Scream.
Yeah,
put it like that.
I knew we were due a shiter because we've had a lot of good ones. We've not really done a bad film since that fucking Death Train.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them are my choices.
Yeah.
Recent time, anyway.
Plus points of this film, it was only 80 minutes.
Right, yeah, I did see that when I started up. I went, good. This will be, if this goes arseways thing, I don't want to watch Wrong Turn for 3 hours. That's, that's a choice and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a big one for, the big winner in this film was low-rise jeans.
Yes.
That's all it was.
Low-rise jeans and midriffs.
It was nothing but midriffs. Yeah, really midriff city. What was 2003? Perfect timing for.
Oh yeah, this is Paris Hilton-esque.
Yeah,
fashion. Yeah.
So I only know that. I remember the last time I was talking about this. I only know 2 of the actors in it.
I knew one.
I knew
Eliza Dushku. That's
I knew her, and I knew the other one, the one.
I knew all of that. Well,
I knew her from. She was an Entourage, as I was saying, in other films.
I knew all 3 of the cannibals. I love a lot of their work.
Yeah. You, fuck's sake. If you don't know what this film is, we're just going to very quickly. A bunch of teens get lost in the woods, and they get somewhat racist depictions. Not of the cannibals, but general hillbillies that they meet before that.
Yeah,
it's not even like, because you're like, right, these are just mad incest fucking things. But remember the guy in the petrol station? They turn up at the start.
Yeah, the guy with the one tooth.
yeah.
Is it that I fucking laugh my ass off because the guy. See, the thing is, right? See the guy at the petrol station. Do you think he's in on all this? Do you think he's like?
Yeah.
Do you think he knows what's going on?
He knows, yeah, because he says when he's pointing at the thing, he was like, "Oh, you need whatever." So he knows something's going on there.
But that's so funny because the guy that the doctor dudes that goes to the petrol station.
He's a doctor in a Shelby Mustang looking for a job. Yeah. He's going to a job interview.
Yeah,
I'm like, yes.
Yeah, and he's perfectly pleasant to this petrol station dude. And he says, like, okay, thanks very much, take care. And then he goes, you the one gonna need to take care.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Have you got another phone? I just need it. He's like, I need another phone in the back. He's like, only phone?
Yeah.
Only phone not working.
It's fucking... See what annoyed me right from the start? There is no wrong turn. Nobody makes a wrong turn. Right, this isn't the wrong turn. You would expect them to be driving along the road, right, and a fucking sign. The wind has blown a sign.
Yes,
like the sign was supposed to be headed that way, which is safety. This way, instant death.
Yeah,
there is no wrong turn. He chooses every single specific. They don't. He gets trapped in traffic. Doesn't want to wait 2 hours because he's late.
There's a chemical spill.
Yeah. So then looks for another route. There's no wrong turn. He is going the opposite route. He's going the planned route that he has now planned.
He's just taking a slight detour. Yeah, even on the map, it was just a little slight loop around.
That's what it should be called. Slight detour.
Slight detour.
Right. Slight
the horror
detour.
film.
Yeah. There's no wrong turn. It fucking pissed me off right from the start.
And you know what? Right from the start too, when you're chatting about people being rude, remember the guy he asks? So he gets out of the Mustang and walks up to the first trucker and goes, "What's going on?" He's like, "Oh, chemical. Don't know how he knows this.
Yeah.
Chemical spill about 5. Oh, well, I suppose you get it with the trucker thing. Chemical spill 5. Whatever. What else did he say? He's like, "Go back,
Go back into your go." He was like, "All right, oh, okay. So how long do you think that's going to take?" He's like, "Oh, a couple of hours." It's like, oh, and he says, "So why don't you just run back into your car and fix your hair another 100 times? You fucking fairy."
What was that about? Every single person on the road there was just. I'd never want to go to West Virginia if that's the way.
No,
I mean,
I looked up. Apparently, all of these films, because there's hundreds of these.
Yeah, I've seen
Cannibal.
I thought you just meant Wrong Turns. There's 7 Wrong Turns, and then there's a remake of Wrong Turn, and I don't know if the one we've watched is a remake.
There's two remakes.
There's 2000.
Wait a minute. Am I right? Yeah, I think there's. Wait a minute.
There could be there was.
I think they've rebooted it twice.
Okay, what a film to try and reboot twice.
I know.
Because I don't really remember. I've seen one of the reboots, and it was shite enough. Like, this is more funny around of the era of when these really bad slasher movies were coming out.
Because when I was going through its like Wikipedia and stuff, and it said Wrong Turn, and then it said Wrong Turn franchise, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there was like six is it in the first?
So there is films. So Wrong Turn.
Yeah.
This one we watched.
Yeah.
Wrong Turn 2 Dead End.
Okay.
Which is a sequel to this, but I don't think there's anything.
Probably not.
No, it's the same folk. That wee guy that pops up at the end, the wee laughing gimp. That wee fucker.
Yeah. Okay.
He turns up.
All right. Okay.
Wrong Turn 3 Left for Dead.
Okay.
That's another sequel.
Okay.
Wrong Turn 4 Bloody Beginnings prequel. So we find out how these animals became what they are. Wrong Turn 5, another sequel. Another prequel, sorry. Wrong Turn 6 Last Resort, which serves as a reboot. That was 2014. And then Wrong Turn, which was the second reboot, 2021.
Right, I've seen the 22 on it. I think I've seen, is Wrong Turn 6, is that the one starring the one from Coronation Street, Roxanne Palette from Big Brother?
No, see, we thought it was Roxanne Palette. It's Roxanne it's Roxanne Palette. Yes.
Yeah, she is. So I've seen that one, right? Because there's an absolute bizarre scene where they're having sex in some like weird altar in the middle of the thing, and all these fucking hillbillies like start coming out of the shadows, looking at them, and watch them have a wank. And like, honestly, if you watch the later Wrong Turns film, it is just all rape.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Like, you can't even be out. You're just like, I don't know what the fuck this is. Like,
right, she's been in some shite.
Oh, aye.
She was also in Lake Placid 3.
I've seen that too.
Fucking hell, she's been in some utter guff.
It's only because she'll get her tits out.
No, does she? Aye.
Oh, and all of them.
Except that's who I thought. Roxanne McKee. That's another one. She was in Hollyoaks.
Oh, fuck's sakes! All right, okay, so yeah,
so she's in Wrong Turns 5. Fucking hell, man!
Someone in the general like.
This is insane.
Yeah. I mean,
these are utterly ridiculous.
You do not need 6, 7, and a reboot.
Jesus Christ! Do you know the wee guys? The cannibal dudes have names. They don't actually ever get referred to as names, but if you look at the...
Oh, well, they've named them in this?
Yeah, if you look at the credits...
That's odd.
They've got names, right? So their names are Three Finger,
okay,
Sawtooth, and One Eye.
Sawtooth's good. Sawtooth's good for some reason.
Three Fingers the one that survives at the end.
Okay, right.
But I would think he would be the least to survive because he's just a wee screaming maniac.
He got fucking hit by an axe as well.
He did, aye.
The
other two are fucking tanks.
Yeah. One of them literally lifts him up like a fucking...
Aye.
Yeah.
And one of them's like the best archer that anyone has ever seen in film.
When I remember back at this film, I always remember the scene where the fucking arrow goes clean through the state trooper's head.
Yeah,
that was
right
good.
In his eye.
Right. There's not much good bits about this. Basically, that guy. Right. Well, let's start from just the part where he's driving anyway. He's in his Shelby Mustang. He drops a CD. Typical. Just puts in the CD. I thought, yeah, he's going to miss that, and then just. I can't remember what he does then to distract him.
There's a dead deer.
Oh, a
that
dead.
he can't keep his eyes off.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Because you think, it's going to be shuffling about on his feet for the CD, that's going to cause the crash.
Yeah,
but no,
yeah.
it's the dead deer
Yeah.
that he's fascinated by. And then he just fucking lunges through a 4x4.
Yeah, it was a good crash.
Oh, it's a great crash.
I don't know why I was like, that's a good, well done crash, because it's kind of realistic of way a car would thing. But he plows into this thing, and of course he meets a bunch of not teenagers, well, maybe 19, 20.
Aye.
I don't know, Americans.
The other dude, the boyfriend seemed a bit older.
Is this the wanky dude?
The guy with the
Shark
yellow
tooth.
shirt.
Shark Tooth.
No, not the guy that gets killed early on. The guy, because there's the two other dudes. The two other dudes are, there's the one that hangs back and gets sucked off in the car.
Right, yeah, sorry.
And then there's the other guy who takes the 3 arrows in the back.
Aye, arrows in the back, I'm
with
talking
the
about.
incredibly deep voice.
Yeah, yeah.
Incredibly well-rounded. Like, one of the nicest voices I've ever heard in my life, that
That's
guy,
never
actually.
even...
He's like Elliot Gould.
Oh, yes, yeah,
He
yeah.
looks like Elliot Gould. He's like a young Elliot Gould.
That's it. It's a good shout, in fairness. Yeah. Let's make Elliot Gould sexy. I don't think he's sexy, but he must be.
Elliot Gould was a sexy man.
Well, he
his
must
day,
have
I think.
been anyway, pulling these two, right?
Aye.
So
but do you remember? Because this is what I find fascinating about like car safety now. When they go, don't use your mobile. No, I get that. You can't be playing games and stuff. You won't remember. Like, I remember CDs in cars and shit.
yeah, I remember
Like
CDs and
a
cars.
fucking wee book.
Oh,
With shitloads of
I
them
had
where you
that,
just
yeah.
pull them out the file. Like, that's a lot more distracting.
It did, yeah.
Flicking
Because
through a wee book of CDs.
the ones you burned yourself and the marker.
Aye.
yeah.
Do you know what was even more distracting? I remember my dad driving when we were much younger, and he'd have to change the record player in the car.
Fuck off, you're fucking.
He'd have to get up in his seat, right, still watching, and then he'd have to reach round, take the record off, put it back in its sheath, find another one. So he had a full box of LPs at his footwell, and then he'd flick through them all, and he'd be like, Dark Side of the Moon. He'd take that out, turn round, get the needle on,
Yeah.
and then he'd be back to driving.
And he'd be
again.
like, oh, B-side.
Yep.
He got so good he could flick it like that.
Yeah.
And it would
Do you know what was even more distracting? My granddad used to conduct an orchestra in the back of his car
yeah, get to fucking.
because they had no means of listening to music other than carrying around a live band.
Fuck's sake. Do you know? Fucking arse. That's good. By the way, we'll get to the very funny when they all fucked off. They're looking for help, by the way, because all their phones conveniently don't work.
Yeah.
Which is fine. They're in the middle of nowhere. But two of them stay behind. Right. That's the first thing.
To bone.
The first thing they do is like it was like, well, while we're here,
Aye.
I may as well suck you off.
She's very aggressive about it.
She
like, "Get your
was.
fucking pants off, you piece of shit.
Yeah, he does look kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
he does give a bit of a, oh.
Aye.
Okay,
I'm not
well,
against it, but
yeah, right. Please would be good. Well,
yeah.
nah. And then so that happens, and then she just jumps into the other guy's car
Yeah.
and just
Starts
starts.
through his shit.
I was like, what the fuck's this content, right? And what's he doing? He's like, somebody's at my power bar.
Yeah.
Which is such a funny thing. Like,
Yeah.
Who's at my power bar? I had a power bar. And he kind of goes missing.
She's so fucking disrespectful to the doctor's stuff. She's just leafing through his CDs, just launching them in the back. Any good CDs? No.
Yeah. Poking holes in his condoms. Must have been in the crash it happened. Somebody at my power bar. Must have been in the crash. Must have been through the fucking... And then I hate when they do this in movies when someone dies in complete silence.
Yeah.
These cunts make a lot of noise most of the time. Most of the time they're running going, hey.
Yeah, you wonder how they would have...
Because anyway...
It's not going to be a trap or anything. That's going to make noise.
And most of the other things they kill him with are quite brutal. It's not like...
Maybe like one of those times, when you can just... You know what Joe Pesci does it in Goodfellas, where he just sticks the fucking ice pick through the guy's back of the guy's spine and his throat. Maybe that might be.
Yeah. I mean, why'd they cut the ear off?
It's a good point. Aye.
They found his shoe.
Shoe in an ear.
A shoe in an ear. I'm like, well, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't, right, so then she goes, and then the fucker comes up behind her and just, with like a...
Barbed wire.
Barbed wire, but again, strength to rip it through half her
Oh,
head.
aye.
And we didn't even talk about the actual opening scene was two people out in the middle of nowhere doing rock climbing.
Shit, yeah.
I didn't even forget about that. That was the first time I laughed because, basically the guy gets up first and, rock climbing, and then she sees him dead, like it starts dripping blood, and then he gets dragged off, and then she starts getting dragged up the cliff. But when she falls off and lands down beside the dead boyfriend who gets chucked off the cliff, you can hear the guy going, the bushes moving, and the guy running around the corner. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. Straight from there, I was like, that's hilarious.
That's when I had to check with you what one we were actually watching, because I knew it was about a load of kids that had been out on a holiday and had broken down. Then I was like, what the fuck's these climbers about?
Yeah.
So that's when I had to check.
This is terrible on my testicles. Yeah. Nicholas
Cage in my testicles.
Bag of cage heads fucking destroying me here. Yeah, but you had to check. You did message me. I go, there is rock climbers. It's 2003.
Yeah. I immediately... Do you know... This is another film, right, where even from the very start, the two rock climbers... Any of the 6 teenagers, I do not care whether they live or die.
No, none of them are good actors. I
do not care about any of them at all.
Yeah.
The rock climbers, just because that's what they do.
I reckon I would have, when I was a kid, when I watched it, what age would I would have been in this? 13, 14.
Aye.
This was my prime. That's the only reason I watched the film, was because of her in the start of it.
Dushku.
Oh, God. So I would have cared about her dying. Now I'm watching it going like, fuck
she was in Bring It On. I think that was her big...
Buffy?
Her big role. Was she in Buffy?
She was the younger one in Buffy when you were a kid.
All right, I don't know. I wasn't a huge Buffy guy.
But that was her first one. But yes, she was in a lot of that type of shit. She was in a couple of like comedies, and it was like, I think she was in things like like Jay and Silent Bob type movies. And she was in a lot of that type of stuff then.
Yeah. No, I just couldn't give a shit.
Yeah. Especially the main guy is quite a weird actor. Like it's not like a nice. Again, you don't really give a fuck about him dying either, as you say.
Nothing about him.
Yeah, he's just a
dull guy.
He's just a dull guy.
It's like, I don't care, man.
Dude, he wants to walk in. My eyes handsome enough, he'll do.
Aye, that's literally. But he's not ridiculously handsome.
No.
And he's not charismatic.
No. He's
not a good actor. Maybe he is.
Yeah. I don't think so.
No.
Well, not in this. And then. What is it? They go and find the person's house. They find the fucker's house.
Yeah, the hillbillies.
The hillbilly house, right?
Yeah.
And the best thing about this was when they're walking through, going like, "Who would live here?" Right? She finds a jar of teeth, right, like full gums and all, and goes, "Ooh, not." I think we should leave. It was after that when they went, "We should get out of here." I can't remember when he finds heads and shit or whatever in jars. But
the teeth's fine.
The teeth
maybe it's just a mum who's got a lot of kids.
Fuck's sake.
Who do you think you are?
What do you think was in the stew?
So it was just jar. Was that? So were they making a stew with shitloads of human bones?
Here's the thing. They're cannibals. But they actually don't make it that obvious in the thing that they're cannibals. You just
I don't know. I think the cooking, the fridge full of different jars of organs.
But do you not like serial killers do that and not eat them?
Did they?
Yeah.
As prizes, I suppose.
Kind of like. Oh, then again, they are in jars. They were pickled.
Yeah,
they were kind of pickled. In fairness, they weren't just frozen for the sake of.
When you're marinating.
Yeah.
A shoulder, you kind of go.
He's gonna fuck it. Nah.
Again, if they opened it with a parcel of dicks, just get in the freezer. And
that's true.
52 frozen dicks.
3 fingers always with the dicks.
We're not having dicks again. The cannibals out.
3 fingers.
Can we get some dicks? Get dicks at home.
They got dicks.
Mum used to say at McDonald's, I'll make you dicks. I'll make you better dicks in McDonald's.
They bring that dead ginger woman, the one they get for the barbed wire, and they're like, what you bring? No dick.
Not eating a ginger.
Not eating a fanny. I don't even know where you start.
Imagine gingers. Gingers to cannibals were like vegetables.
Oh, God.
One of the orange ones. So pale. What are these freckly bits? Eh.
Do you think? Do you know what was good? I do remember well, though. In fairness, when they bring her in and they like rip her leg off, type of.
Yeah.
I remember that back in the day. I remember that this for no reason. So to make sure that it made no sense, they just left out the back door. By the way, they just went, the back door will be boarded up for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit weird because there is no reason for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the cannibals they can't be choosing one exit.
Yeah, steal them. Free
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Do you know what else didn't really make sense to me? So basically, whatever they realize then that these guys have been killing, blah blah blah, and then they of course come back and their truck's good.
Uh-huh.
I enjoy watching the truck turn up.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good way of making it.
Yeah, that is good.
This film's not scary though.
No, it's not scary in the slightest.
Even the slightest. It's like it's
even
just
the jumps aren't hugely.
No, not
terrifying.
really. No.
I enjoyed the fact that they chow down on the ginger and the dude that gets his dick sucked. Maybe they cut his dick off and they went,
oh, absolutely.
Already been softened up for us.
Yeah.
That afternoon.
And he goes, I don't want to get anybody too excited, but I saw a guy that's probably going to be circumcised.
Thank God I'm watching my calories. Less skin. I love the fact that after they've chowed down on them, they go for a nap. All the cannibals go for a wee afternoon nap. They're so full.
Did they eat her?
I'm assuming so.
I just don't remember them. I was watching it, but I'm not. They didn't just. That is what they're definitely doing. They ripped the leg off and went, a nice one. They must have, because then they pass out.
I'm not saying. I mean, it must be.
It just didn't show you them going.
I just don't know whether you need a nap just for chopping someone up. I'm not saying it's not hard work, but
yeah, they would have had to have a wee stew.
I assumed that they'd eaten them and then were so full.
Yeah,
you know what you're like Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
You want a wee sleep. Can you imagine Christmas dinner if it was just
a
whole person.
Imagine. I was about to just explain the entire plot line to Tucker
Dale
versus Evil. I was about to say, what happens if it was all just a misunderstanding? and there was another car crash and they were trying to save the leg.
Yeah.
But they didn't realise the barbed wire was through her head.
I know that there's no ambiguity.
Yeah.
But what these lads are up to.
Do you know the part is right? So they sneak under. They were hiding underneath a table or whatever, and wait till they slept. And then there was like that guy. It didn't really make much sense to me. They had a screen door, right? But the guy's holding a thing and bleeding. But I was like, what is this?
I think was it not a catch or some kind of latch that was keeping it? I don't know.
I don't understand why it was bleeding.
No.
If you held a spring open.
This is where the decisions they start to make are fucking ridiculous, because they're trying to escape, right? So they're hiding behind, because they find a shitload of cars. So obviously you realise the hillbillies have been doing this for decades.
Yeah, one's from like the 40s. I was like, how old are these fucking things?
Exactly. So I don't think they age, cannibals.
Okay.
That's the one beauty of inbreeding.
You don't
Immortality.
age. Immortality, right? Okay. Or maybe it's the cannibalism that makes you immortal.
Imagine
after all this time.
Imagine the key to eternal life was eating somebody else. I would eat someone in a heartbeat.
Maybe we'll check in like 120 years in Arnie Hammer. Arnie Hammer, let's see how it's doing.
We do it now, right? We both making a pact and agree from now on that I will live my life as normal, but you now need to start eating human flesh.
What the fuck do I have to do that part?
Because, come on, Ryan. If you took the two of us out and put us in a lineup and went, which one of these is more likely to be a cannibal?
Well, not right now. We both look the exact same.
Yes, that's true. That's true. It probably would be me right now. They would go, which one of these is more likely to be a cannibal? Is it the cunt that spent 3 hours making a tumour this morning, I think?
Fill it with blood.
What was it? So they're hiding behind these cars.
And
then their entire plan is, so the doctor dude says, I'm going to distract them.
Yeah.
Is this when they're trying to steal their truck? No, this is just when they're trying to get away.
Like when they're trying to get out of the house, first of all, they get out of the house, and rather than run the way they came, that is flat, they go, let's immediately run up the fucking...
The mountain.
Yeah.
Run up a mountain. What the fuck's that about?
Stupidest idea of all of them.
There's tons of flat around them.
Then the guys are... Yeah. And then they walk into that that fucking field full of more cars that have
Yes, that's it. That's it.
yeah,
yes.
sorry. Then they go into that field and there's more cars and they're covered still in blood, and you even see
Yeah.
the rope climbing one.
Yes.
Yeah, so you go look. Oh, it's these guys. I
Aye.
would be mad if it wasn't.
Exactly.
Oh, it's these guys. I'm like, yeah, that's the fucking film. As we know, it's going to be these guys.
yeah.
And then you see the truck coming, and then what is it? One has one of them gets shot.
Yeah, Doctor did get shot in the leg.
Yeah. I don't really get his idea. He was like, I'll create a diversion. Was it just that he got shot and they're like, diversion over?
Oh, right. So
And
they
they'll
seem,
run.
They seem to go, here's the plan, right? I'll create a diversion. You run. They've left the truck running. You run, grab the truck. And then I don't really know what happens after that. Is
He basically
going,
does he run and just get shot like pretty much immediately, and they went, somebody else is going to have to run that.
Aye,
Is that what it was?
Right, well, that one worked well. Let's do the exact same plan again.
Aye.
But then what was the plan? Was he going to keep running and they were going to catch up with him?
Yeah, there wasn't
In
really
the
a
truck?
plan. Yeah,
There's not really.
it was so lucky that actually happened, that he was actually for some reason running that way
Yeah.
when they got the truck. So instead the other guy runs. Elliot Gould.
Elliot Gould.
I don't remember
Elliot
these
Gould.
people's name.
No.
Elliot Gould is with Sloane. I'm going to call her Sloane. She was Sloane in Entourage, right?
Right. Okay.
So Elliot Gould and Sloane's dealing with everything poorly.
Yes.
Fair enough. It is a stressful situation
Yeah.
to be in, but she pretty much gives up immediately. It's like, we're all going to die.
Yeah. Oh, she's not. She's not for.
She's not up for this world.
Self-preservation at all.
No. She tries to commit suicide later, pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he runs, gets it. They all run in. They open up the car and your man's in it, isn't it? The other guy that they killed.
And he fucking flops out. And
Of course. And they're all like, ah. And then they jump in, they drive, and they start driving. And these cunts are like chasing the guy, sprinting full pelt through the forest. And you're waiting for that leg break or whatever.
Yeah.
But he runs and he just happens to be driving the same way as the truck. So you're like, well, that worked out well.
And keeps up with the truck.
Keeps up with the
Yeah.
truck. Mine's a sprinter, all right.
Yeah.
Then he acts that well. The first hit by a thing where you don't see the arrow hits him in the back.
Yeah.
So the guy's a great archer. I mean, that's 3 right in the back, pretty much, and
dead hits.
dead hits all of them.
I do like the way that you don't find out that he has. You can work out, but the first one makes no sound. He's running, and then suddenly he just stops,
Yeah.
and you don't see any blood, and he's still walking towards, and they're like that fucking move.
Yeah. He's like,
and then the and then because arrows make a cool sound when they hit.
yeah.
Like arrows are bow and arrows are a massively underused weapon.
An underused weapon.
Yeah. I think they're great.
They are.
Accuracy you can get off. I mean, I'm not saying obviously you'd always want a gun, but like
Yeah, but I mean,
this mountain man's a
the guy's killer.
regular Hawkeye. Like,
Yeah.
she's unbelievable.
Yeah, and then what is it? They're free to remain already. Just jump in the van
Yeah.
and start driving, and they try and go up another road.
Why they keep taking different? This is what I mean. There's no wrong turns here.
Just go back the
They're
way you came.
making these fucking decisions. They already know a road that leads back to that guy's fucking garage. Right?
Yeah,
Turn
yeah.
round, go back up that way, drive like shit, then go back on the highway, which you know how to get to.
Yeah.
By this point,
Which apparently there's loads of people around.
by this point, I'm fairly certain the chemical spill has been cleared up.
Yeah, and if it isn't, even better.
Yeah,
More people literally stationary.
Exactly.
Police probably around.
Imagine driving back to then going, still a fucking queue. Right, back we go.
Back we go. And then like they, of course, there's a tree or whatever. The road's fucked, so they get out again. They start walking. They find a watchtower, like a town watch, or looking over the forest or some shit. And that's where Yuan just starts going, "We're all going to die here." And then she just goes, "I'm gonna," And then they seem to catch up quite quick, because it seems like they've driven quite a while though. And these guys happen to be walking.
Yeah, but the mountain men, they know the land. They know the wee shortcuts. They know how to get to there.
Okay, right. We'll get that. Yeah, they are men of the land.
This it's in the watchtower that was the most annoying bit for me.
Okay.
So they climb the watch. Right. First of all, they climb the watchtower. It's high as fuck.
Yeah, it's outrageous behavior.
It's high as shit. And there's a mental bit where they're climbing up, and the director does a shot where in the background it doesn't look like where they are. there's like this sun setting.
Yeah.
And it's just this superimposed background. It looks like they're climbing off the earth at one point. You're like, why are they climbing this high? And why is this the fucking... This looks like no other scenery we've seen at all so far. They get in the watchtower, find the radio, right? And then, like, turn off the fucking radio because they hear the mountain men coming. And then that's when whoever, the police dude, decides to respond. So then the mountain men know that they're in the watchtower, right?
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
Yeah.
You're still in a good position.
Yeah.
You're still, as a military man, having the higher ground, obviously.
Yeah.
Why? Like, you cannot be beat from that scenario.
Yeah.
Right, now obviously, yes, they set fire to the thing. But the first move is the mountain men start climbing the thing. And their thing is, we've got... Put shit over the doors. Don't do that. Chuck shit on them.
Yeah. It's
They're on a ladder.
They would fall to their death.
There's hundreds of stuff in there. There's crates. Fucking throw shit at their stupid heads.
The big heads, like...
I don't understand.
Even waits till he gets the whole way up to the top, and somehow the guy gets his fingers in, and I know he gets crushed a wee bit.
Aye.
And then he goes,
Chop his fucking fingers. 2 fingers. That's what you are now.
Yeah. 2 fingers, aye. And then they set fire to it, and Sloane's basically like, well, I think now's a good time to kill myself. She just immediately is like, I'm just going to leap off this. I'd rather burn to death than get my head cut off.
Yeah.
Whatever. And he goes, as if it's like wait, that's a great idea.
That's what we should do. Yeah.
And the most unrealistic tree jumps that would have killed the fucking the hit the two
Break
of them.
your neck immediately.
The last one, fucking Elijah Discu, whatever, hits it like a fucking like.
We call her Elijah.
What's
Discu.
her name?
Elijah.
Elijah
Discu.
like
she's Amish.
Like Mr. Discu.
Elijah Discu. Go and get the truck. I'm gonna drive. I don't know why I did that accent for an Amish person. I cannot drive.
Oh. Oh, fucking hell.
We're raising the barns.
What a time for Borat to come back, by the way, when racial tensions between Jews and Muslims are gone up. He went, but then they got on the trees, surviving the most ridiculous fall, and then basically they smack one of them off the tree.
Yeah.
You know, with a big branch,
yeah.
which I found very funny.
Yeah, and then
he was like,
then the coolest death when Sloane.
That was great.
Is just standing, and she's fucking terrified, which you would be, because they are, as we've seen from that ladder climb, 1,000 feet in the air.
Yeah.
She's terrified to walk along the branch, and then he just fucking an axe right in the face, right in the mouth, and then chops the rest of her body just falls to the ground.
Yeah.
And just the top of her head stuck to the tree. Class.
Great.
Class death.
Big good death. Yeah, it was definitely the best death. And what the rest of the film is, they just walk to the guys.
The film's pretty fucking pointless. That's the good bit.
And
then they get captured, and then they get taken back because, well, he finds the police dude.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then the police dude turns up, immediately gets shot in the eye. They've already captured Elijah. And
Elisha.
They've already captured Abraham.
Yeah.
And so Doctor Dude, he hitches a ride, which I don't know how difficult it would be to hang on. I don't know how far it is. Say it's 1.5 miles drive. I don't know how easy it would be to hang on to the bottom of a car for 1.5 miles, knowing that you're already had a leg shot. It doesn't seem plausible.
And he was tired.
Aye.
He kept talking about I need a rest.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
He's like, well, I better do the hardest thing known to man then.
Yeah. And then he turns up, and Ishmael's tied to a table.
Yeah.
And they're going to do all sorts of untoward things to her. And then he to be fair, his announcement that he is present is cool as fuck. Because he sets fire to their cabin.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then all the mountain men are like, woo, yeah. Do you think they were conversing with one another? Because it's just a lot of...
Yeah, they must have been. Yeah.
It's how I imagine your family speak at Christmas dinner. And then someone just says sausage.
You know what I was thinking the whole way through this, by the way? Is like, can you imagine how racist those guys are?
The mountain people. Oh, aye.
Yeah.
Aye. Yeah.
I reckon they were the most racist people. Mind you, I mean, there was no black people in this film.
No. That's true.
That's because black people know well enough not to go to West Virginia.
Exactly. I don't know. You'd be very surprised. Is there much of a black population in West Virginia?
Probably not.
Do you know what I want to see? Which I was thinking all the way through this. And when I was saying earlier on, there's tons of these types of films.
Yeah.
Like cannibal horror. Right? Because like Hills of Eyes, that's one of them. Texas Chainsaw Massacre's technically one of them.
Yeah.
This fucking Deliverance, you could argue, is also very much like this. And it's always city slickers, right? These dumb city slickers who hate... Because there's a huge fucking thing about, like, is this, like, poverty, taking the piss out of poor people and all this kind of shit. So there's always these city slickers who dismiss the ways of the land people.
Yeah.
Right? And then don't understand and then end up getting killed because these guys know the land better and all this kind of stuff. I want to see a film where a bunch of hillbillies go to the city and get murdered by stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like one of them scolding themselves because they don't understand how hot Starbucks coffee is. You know when they just wander in and then they get handed a latte and they just throw it in their stupid fucking deformed inbred faces. One of them can't work an escalator, so gets his stupid one-toed foot caught in the fucking thing, and then just gets his entire skin ripped off. That's a film I want to see. I want to see hillbillies killed in a city. It's
like Crocodile Dundee, but
with hillbillies.
But with hillbillies, and they all die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aye. The way he announces himself is he sets fire to their hut.
Yes.
And then just fucking drives the police car through the window. That was cool.
Yeah. And then, that's right. And he fucking he hits one with an axe, and then he kind of she hits a guy. An odd choice to fire an arrow, by the way. When she, the guy's about to kill him. It's an odd choice to actually use the bow and arrow. I feel like I would have stabbed him with the arrow.
Aye, well, but you wouldn't get the force. That's a problem.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I forgot to bring it up last week, but sure, like even in Scream, I was glad that like. The umbrella had a bayonet attached to the fucking end of it, but I was like there. Yeah, but either way, anyway, she kills
him. Because I was like, she's incredibly adept at using that bow and arrow, but then you forget that is the weapon of the Amish.
That's why she's going to camp.
They shy away from automatic weaponry. Very much.
Only manual weapons.
Wooden homemade weaponry.
Fuck's sake. Do you know what the worst line in the whole film was? When he was like, I think we should get out of here, blah, 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 when they're in the hut the first time, and Sloan goes, hey, Brainiac, shush.
No, I know. Yeah, God.
Hey, Brainiac, shush.
Some of it is shite. I'm surprised they didn't pump the two of them. Do you think they now go away and are a couple?
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't be arsed with that, but yeah, I think so. Yeah, they did give there's some weird, remember when the final scene is them coming up to like that old toothless dude who sees the truck and goes, oh fuck, so he definitely knows what they're up to. So he hides, and then basically it just shows you that's because they must actually have to come for petrol. Aye.
Exactly, I know.
Yeah, so I mean, no, he probably steals so much of it as well though from all the other cars. But he goes he goes and grabs the fucking map this time and takes it off the thing, and they get in the car and they both kind of go, a little nod. Like I was like, "Fuck, was that?"
Yeah, when people come away from that kind of traumatic, when stars in films and characters, there always is that kind of. Yeah, I would expect more of them to be in absolute shock.
Yeah,
from the incredibly traumatic situation they've just gone through.
Yeah,
They're very calm and collected at that point.
Yeah, they were like, fuck this.
It's like when you see one of them has a wee laugh when they're going away, or they'll pull some kind of quip. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
The last time I'll be taking a wrong turn.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly like that.
All our friends have been murdered and raped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
You've been shot. You're still bleeding out.
I know. How were you driving?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. She was driving, in
Oh,
fairness.
was she driving?
She
All
was
right,
driving.
right. Which, well, she'll never be allowed back in the community again. Using a car? Fucking hell.
She'll need to get them low-rise jeans off too. If she has
She's
to get
already shaved her beard.
and she's proper rude the whole way through it too. She's a bit of a wank at the start.
She's a wank.
She keeps going. Well, I remember the guy who was like, "My name's Christopher Flynn." Who goes, "Well, Christopher Flynn,
I know.
why didn't you pick? You're the fucking mule."
Yeah,
That's what she said.
You're the mule.
You're
Imagine
the-
you just punched her there and then. Fuck who talking to?
I'm a doctor. What the fuck are you? A whore.
Right, so I couldn't find any facts about this film.
That's okay. That's
There's
good.
nothing. But when I was searching about, I did find a thing on Reddit, right? It's very funny, and you can kind of hear it. Some people, there is things online that you can find this, and people have enhanced the audio. At the end, right, so they've killed the big massive dude. They've killed the big massive dude. Yeah. And then they have arrowed the other big massive dude.
Yeah.
And then the wee squealing three-fingered sloth comes at them, and then they kill him. Well, they think they'd killed him, but then mid-credits he comes back. When they're all burning in the cabin, he comes out with a shotgun, and she goes, "Shoot them." And he's like, "I've only got one shot left." And then the camera pans into some petrol cans, and you go, he's going to shoot the fucking petrol cans, right? And he goes, "Why won't you just die, you motherfuckers?" Then he shoots the petrol cans, right? And I found this online. The petrol cans, when they blow up, do an impression of James Brown. Right?
What?
Right? When the sound...
He also nearly kills himself with that. He was far too close.
They get fucking launched back as well. It's such a stupid... The petrol cans, the
Like
sound
a James
they make,
Brown.
they go, wow!
That's so...
I've tried to find it, right? So, wait a minute, right. Wait a minute. No, missed it there.
I fucking heard a wee bit though.
I'll take it back to just before this, right? So,
Right.
here we go. They're outside. Wow! Get up!
That'd be great if that was the end and they just went into James Brown. Let me see if anybody's got a question from the thing for this film. Some people have been putting in questions for
Oh yeah,
wrong turn. We have the thing. Who was your favourite inbred was basically it. Mine's is you.
I don't. I like to be. I like him. I gotta go for the Archer. He's the.
I
Do
don't
they
know.
mean,
Just
do
play
they
shit.
mean inbreds as in this film or just in general?
I know the movie, but the Wikipedia says it's a cannibalistic inbred mountain man. So who was your favourite inbred? Yeah, it must be.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dude
yeah.
with the arrow, yeah.
Yeah, arrows. I reckon it. Yeah, I'll go with the wee Scampy, Three Fingers.
Aye.
Only because a special part I enjoyed the way he ran when they first came into the truck yard. When he
Aye.
get to the tread, he was running all sideways and shit. And I was like, that's pretty funny.
Aye. Do you know? Is it like a thing in? See that in like that kind of? It's not bestiality. What am I talking about? Where you pumping your sister, right? or your family members. Doesn't need to be your sister, right? What's that called? It's not bestiality. It's like
Incest.
incest. That's
Yeah.
the one. That's the one. This is going to sound terrible, right? Is that a thing in Ireland? Is it a big thing in Ireland?
What are you fucking?
It's not that I don't mean it like that, but I do mean it like that.
I don't think so. I've never heard of fucking that much in Britain.
Really?
Right. No, genuinely not. No, I
Really?
have never heard of. I mean, I'm sure it happens.
Because this, right, I would expect, because there must have been,
Like in the middle of Ireland, like in the middle of the wilderness, you expected it.
must have been rumours though.
What about me?
No, not about you, but like there must have been stuff at school because that was like incest was like a kind of insult that we would use as well. Oh, he's pumped his like.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like
It's come from somewhere.
it happened right at our school.
Fuck
Right,
off.
it didn't happen.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
There was a rumor,
Right.
and it wasn't in my year. It was a couple of years above me. So it'd been, and the reason we knew about it is because one of my pals' big brothers was in that year, but then those kind of jokes and stuff trickle down. And there used to be a rumor about a boy, and basically his whole family. But the dad had been pumping the sister, right? But he was quite not a local celebrity, but he was very local, well known because he owned the bakery,
Yeah.
right? And the reason that they thought he'd been pumping his sister because owning the bakery, he was in bread.
Ah, fuck off.
Yes.
Fuck, I'm so
Oh,
glad. I'm
yes.
actually, I am fuming about that one as well. I can't even believe I fucking listened to that shit.
I know. It fucking amazes me that
That
you,
I keep falling for.
Yeah.
Them. Well, like I caught you like maybe 2 out of 20.
Yeah.
Which is terrible.
That
numbers.
wasn't even that a good one. That was so
How
contrived.
the fuck
that
did
one.
I
It was
know
just
on about fucking happened? Someone in a bakery, and I was like, "Where the fuck are you going?" I was like, "Where the fuck is this?" The fucking inbred.
Yes.
Aye.
Oh shit. I don't. We can cut this. I'm gonna go and. I'll just tell you the.
Oh, just tell me the phone. We'll put it on the thing.
So next week, Halloween obviously finished. I hope you all have. I was gonna say Happy Halloween. Fuck no.
Fuck up.
See if you've ever said the term Happy Halloween. Fucking kill yourself.
Merry
honestly.
Halloween. Merry Ween.
Oh God Almighty. Right.
The best of Irish holidays.
Yes, it is. Oh yeah, we talked. Yeah.
We did that last time.
Next week we're back to normal films, and we are going to be doing a film called Seven Psychopaths.
Oh, Seven Psychopaths.
Yes,
Good
which
fucking
is a
stuff.
fantastic film with Colin Farrell and Woody Harrelson and Sam Rockwell
Brilliant.
and Christopher Walken in it. So
Lovely.
that's class. Apart from that, we're going to go do our Patreon episode now, which we're doing another horror film. So if you want to see that,
Yeah, we're doing a wee
listen
Halloween
to
special
that,
in this
you
one.
can sign up to our Patreon. It is only £2.50.
I think it's £2.50 and some sort of like 10-cent, 20-cent VAT or something. It's probably closer to £3, I think, by the time you're done it, but whatever.
So you can do that, and then it means you can listen to all the bonus
Yep.
content and shit.
Yep.
Keep-
We had our first ever. We had our pilot episode up last week, and this week It Follows.
Yeah, we're doing a
Which is a Patreon's one of the Patreon people's recommendations.
choice.
Yeah, we drew over ahead. So that's what we're doing.
yeah. And apart from that, just keep supporting us, keep sharing the word, reviews, 5 stars. Anything
That's
else?
it. Yeah, fuck it. That's it.
No.
No. If you're in Barcelona,
Don't know if if you're in Barcelona, you can go and see Cullen. Where the fuck am I this weekend?
imagine you're in Barcelona too.
I don't even know. Oh, Nantwich.
Oh, well,
Nantwich
close.
and Grappenhall.
Grappenhall in Barcelona. I'm winning this weekend.
But yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye bye.